Hello, we are back again, and today we're watching another Laufey video because we haven't watched Laufey in a long time, and recently she dropped the Goddess edition of Bewitched, which I absolutely adored, and today we're watching the Turn the Dial sessions by Bose, where Laufey and Unique Tanza produce a song in 3 hours. I'm super interested in like the workflow of musicians because it's different for a lot of people. A lot of people work differently, so I'm really interested to see how they're going to make a song with that quick of a turnaround.
I have a little idea for a song. I'm like moved.
This was released like a month or two ago on International Women's Day. Honestly, I think I wouldn't say the majority, but a lot of the music that I listen to is produced or at least sung by women, and I love it. A lot of songs do not hit the same if a man sings it versus if a woman sings it.
Oh my god, this sounds so good. I'm so excited. Perfect. I love that.
What do you think?
I loved it. It was perfect.
I know we have like 15 minutes, so I'm trying to be as fast as possible.
Cool.
Today is a very special session because I'm inviting a new film composer and producer into the studio to work with me called Unica.
I started composing since I was about 10 years old. I write music for films, commercials, and trailers. Laufey and we overlapped at Berkeley for a year, but we didn't really work closely with each other.
The thing about today is we only have 3 hours, but I think it'll be a fun challenge for the both of us.
The dream is to come up with an amazing pop orchestral track.
Less than 3% of songs on the top 100 are produced by women, and there's no reason for it. I can count on less than one hand the amount of sessions I've worked with women producers. Women are no less capable of being good musicians and good producers. Something really has to change, and I'm really passionate about, kind of showing girls that this is something that they can do. Doesn't that just take you to a different century?
Laufey?
Oh my God! How are you? Oh my God! After all these years, I have some ideas to show you. So I think I'll just take one of these guitars and go into the room and
For sure, I'm gonna plug in my computer and all my sample libraries, and we can just dive in.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So I have a little idea for a song. It's kind of, I don't know, because it's like kind of rainy outside. I feel like I almost want like a lullaby or something. I'll sing you a little bit of the idea. Hold me close, hold me tight. The collaboration between an artist and a producer is so beautiful. It's a musical conversation the entire time. I know. A large portion of the world doesn't really know what a producer does. A producer is, often a writer, it's an arranger, it's oftentimes an engineer as well. It's kind of like just overseeing a recording and getting a recording to the final step.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I already have so many ideas.
Yeah.
Music production is such an important skill. I actually learned it myself. I grew up in a small town in Indonesia before school. I watched a bunch of tutorials online for free on YouTube, and from there I started experimenting. Oh, this is the kind of sound that I like. It's a lot of things that you can do just in a box. What I mean by in the box is everything in my computer. So we have a MIDI keyboard in here. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna play the parts such as like the woodwinds or the strings, and while I'm playing, the Logic Session is also gonna record. MIDI is the information that I record on to my computer. So instead of seeing notes, I see MIDI data, a note or a chord, and I can move and edit those.
So this is essentially your orchestra.
Yes. And then this is the mod wheel, and it helps with the expression of the playing. It gives a little bit of motion to it. So I'm not thinking like anything too crazy, too big. It's still gonna come across as like a lullaby, a sad lullaby, but even more beautiful.
Yeah. I think we're ready to hit the recording booth.
Already? I think like a really important part about music production is like just coming in with a solid idea and going in with someone who has the same type of thought process as you. You know, I feel like there's a lot of people who are just musically compatible, and that's why they work well together. Like they have similar minds in terms of directions, and that's why they're going to be able to create the absolute banger that we're going to hear at the end of this. I know it's going to be really good. But all the things that go into it, there's a lot more that goes into it than you would ever really imagine. Because you think of music production as an easy job, especially when you think of like artists who create like soft little songs, soft little tunes, pop music, stuff like that. But really, there's a lot that goes into it. A lot, especially with Laufey's music. And I've noticed that because she has a lot of like unique, complex harmonies and also a lot of like background orchestral stuff that go into it. And I'm sure, so sure, I'm going to hear that present in this one.
Are you hearing any click?
Yeah.
Okay, good. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, good.
Yeah? Should we just layer vocals on?
I think so, because if we want to go back and like change the guitar or take it away or add something, we can. Let's do vocal booth.
Yeah.
I know I'll lose you in the morning. I see it in your eyes.
Great. I'm happy with that.
We just recorded Laufey's guitar and singing, and now we're gonna layer the orchestra.
We have an hour and 10 now, I think. I think we can do it.
Hour and 10.
Even like first verse,
Hour
it can
and
be
10 is
really minimal, and then it kind of grows.
And then I usually like to layer it. Something like that.
That was perfect. I love that.
What do you think?
I
What do you
loved it.
think?
It was perfect.
Dang,
I'm like,
just
moved.
like that.
When I'm producing, I'll start with the song. What is it about? And then I'm gonna use my vocabulary to deliver the message as closely as possible to what the artist is envisioning. That's how I usually work.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I would describe my sound or my music as string writing, a lot of melody that's catchy.
I see how she's desirable for like stuff like movies, you know, things like that, because she's like that was so good. And also she has it's really easy for her, and I could tell that. I checked out her Instagram because I saw it pop up before this, and she has this series on Instagram Wheels, where she does hum a melody, and she just makes a song out of that. And I think it's so cool that it doesn't take something super complicated. It doesn't take a lot of thinking, and it doesn't take a lot of super hard work in order to get the foundation of a song, but you can build it up and you can make it into something absolutely crazy like they're about to do now. And I love it.
To people.
It's so magical how you do it. You like play and then you're like on the keyboard. It's like so cool. Yes. Oh my god, that sounds so good. I'm so excited.
I love combining many different instruments, such as the woodwinds, the brass, to create something very symphonic and emotionally connecting to the audience.
It's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. It's good. The bottom, the low end just like kind of makes it walk a little bit so it doesn't drag.
Yeah.
It's very, very beautiful.
It gives it more motion too.
Yeah. When I first heard that less than 3% of the producers of top 100 songs were women, I was shocked, but also I am in the industry and I see the amount of women that are producers, and it really is shockingly low.
Music production is very tech heavy. 99% is on the computer. So when people look at women, they didn't associate them as, oh, she's really good at tech.
Or taught as girls that they aren't for girls, like computers are for boys, which is entirely wrong. I think another part of it is just a lack of role models. I think being able to highlight the women that are behind the songs, like that's everything.
Honestly, I think the computer is for girls is absolutely ridiculous take, and it's slowly being destroyed in the society because we're just becoming a tiny bit smarter in that sense, to where we know that anybody can use anything and do anything with it. And I feel like a lot of creativity is missing because certain people don't have access to it. Like the space would be absolutely insane. Like people say that our music is getting kind of stale because of the fact that everybody is starting to do the same things. But I feel like if we had more diversity in the creators of music and more high up role models who are creating music that isn't exactly cookie cutter, that isn't exactly like everybody else, I think we could have more different music. Like, for example, if we had more woman role models like Laufey, like Bea Doobie, who influence women to become great musicians, we could have a lot more creative music that's unique. That's, oh, you see what I did there with your name? Okay, that's like unique and that's like new, something fresh, you know? Mitski too. Mitski is a huge one because her music is very wonderfully complex. It's very rich. And we're seeing that kind of ramp up. And I love it because there's never enough music, you know? And there's never enough music from enough different people. So the more the merrier, really. If you're thinking about making music, do it. Do it. Like right now. Like actually pick up your instrument, pick up your phone, and record the song. Because you never know. That was my TED Talk. Thank you.
How much time do we have? What are we running on? 20 minutes now? 25? 20. Unica's on turbo mode because I've never seen anything come together this beautifully and so fast. So yeah, we're working on the interlude part now, which I've yet to go and record. She's just building a magical world as a bed for that to lie on.
Oh, I wanna double that line.
Yeah, do it.
You have a line on the guitar.
Yeah. You can double it, you can harmonize it. We are now going to go back into the live room and I'm gonna record cello. Is that okay?
I love it. Let's find a spot where you play the da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. With every recording I do, every time I go into a studio, I grow more confidence in myself as a recording musician, as a producer. It's a lot of just confidence, and sometimes it's just deciding like, oh yeah, I belong here. It's just a matter of thinking it and believing it.
We're done. We're just mixing the live elements that Laufey just recorded to the orchestral parts that I layered.
And it's crazy that how music education works. These girls both went to Berkeley. And they came out being able to do all this amazing stuff where you're just like, humming something and you're like, boom, play it right then and there. And it's probably not as smooth as a process as they make it seem, or it is, but still, even then, having music education and getting to the point where you're able to do things like that, craziness.
High five.
Yay!
Okay, I think we got it.
Yeah,
Should we
for sure.
bounce it and go listen
Yeah.
in the car?
For sure.
I hope this reaches the ears of the young audience, the little girls who grow up playing classical music like me and Unica, and see that they can, one day be in a studio like this and make any kind of music they want.
I'll
so pretty. I love it.
I see it in your eyes.
Super cool song. I wonder if anyone if they've released this. I was looking through the comments and they said it's not out, which it needs to be. Like, what? But great song. Loved it. And it's honestly really inspiring. If you want me to watch more Turn the Dial sessions, I will, honestly, because it's so inspiring seeing how the people have started from a completely different place and they got here and now they're doing amazing things. I want to do amazing things too, So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Oops. And subscribe. Thank you for watching.